Hey, welcome in, WNBA Draft. I currently came into the draft, discussing it. The 9th pick is on the clock right now, so I was a little bit behind. I had some things going on with Bible school, study school, stuff like that. Kind of like minister school, I guess, whatever. But just getting more information and more, food, more of that delicious food that Jehovah provides out of His Bible. I'm just really being a part of that. But I will cover the first 8 young women drafted so far in this 2024 draft. So with the number 1 overall pick, it was a no-brainer for sure. Caitlin Clark, I've discussed this name plenty of times over the last couple of months here. She's just been, stellar to watch, breaking all type of records. Just recently lost in the Final Four championship game to South Carolina. Not the way she wanted to go out of college ball, but just the demeanor and the work ethic and the style of play and the skill set she's bringing to the WNBA, to her team specifically. The Indiana Fever is going to be very good. I believe Aaliyah Boston was drafted last year from the Fever also. So now, Caitlin Clark going there to be the point guard, another focal point, a scorer, kind of like a female Steph Curry in a way, who's able to, score without the ball in her hand. Well, you can't score without the ball in your hand, but, move around the court without the ball in her hand. She can move well with the ball in her hand, shoot from good range, high efficiency shooter, able to get her teammates involved, that type of stuff. So she's definitely going to be, well sought out. That type of skill set is going to be well sought out going forward in the future. And a lot of these young ladies in this class have that skill set also. This class is definitely loaded with superior talent from the women's basketball scope. I'm definitely excited to be more involved in the WNBA as these young ladies transition, and to cover them and see them, fly around and, be a part of their respective organizations and things of that nature. So the overall pick, again, was Caitlin Clark out of Iowa, and she was drafted by the Indiana Fever. The second overall pick in the 2024 draft was Cameron Brink. Cameron Brink, she is a 6'4" guard out of Stanford. A 6'4" power forward. She's a power forward out of Stanford. She's probably a hybrid type of power forward who can handle the ball, most likely shoot. She's a good defender, it seems like. She was a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year 3 times, so that type of stuff. So definitely, a good fit for the... Who did she get drafted by? I'm sorry, one moment. She got drafted by the... Hold on. LA Sparks, I believe this is. I believe it's the LA Sparks. Yeah, so she got drafted by... Overall, the second overall pick in the 2024 draft again was Cameron Brink out of Stanford, and she got drafted by the Los Angeles Sparks. Moving on to the third pick in the 2024 draft, you had Camila Cardoso, dominant center out of South Carolina. This young lady is elusive, underneath that basket, in between those blocks. She's physical. Very large presence, a huge body, long arms. She's 6'7", but again, she's athletic, nimble. She has a soft touch. She knows how to finish around the rim. Definitely excited to see her. She, won 2 championships with South Carolina. Only ever lost 3 games in the time she played there. Really, really, really excited about this young lady and what she's gonna bring to the Chicago Sky. That's who she was drafted by. So let me make sure that's the Chicago Sky. Yeah, so Phoenix traded their pick to Chicago. So Phoenix traded their 3rd round pick to Chicago. I didn't get the draft information. I had to look more into it, get the details of what happened from the trade. But again, Camila Cardoso going to be a dominant force in the NBA to be reckoned with. So I'm excited to see her also. Then with the number 4 pick, the LA Sparks had number 4 pick also, and they selected Rika Jackson out of Tennessee. She is a small forward, 6'2", obviously small forwards are in charge of, getting buckets, getting to the basket, getting to the rim, creating shots, getting other individuals involved. It's almost like the second point guard on the court almost. Like for the back court, he's the front court leader in a way. So she's the front court leader in a way. So Rika Jackson out of Tennessee, out of the SEC, top 4, best in the country. Still basketball, baseball, softball, women's basketball. It don't matter what it is, tennis. We get it in. So then with the number 5 pick from the Dallas Wings, we had J.C. Sheldon out of Ohio State, shooting guard. She has a significant skill set. It seems like that's what they're speaking about here. Significant skill set. Must be a pretty good shooter. There's a lot of good shooters coming out now. Steph Curry, Ray Allen, these Rashard Lewis, if I'm correct. These shooters back in the day, Larry Bird, all these guys have, come to the point now where we are, having these top tier shooters on them, men's and female side. So I'm pretty sure she get buckets. Then with the number 6 pick from the DC Mystics, we have Aaliyah Edwards out of UConn, power forward. Aaliyah Edwards out of UConn, top tier program, just another program that has had much success in the realm of women's basketball for a lot of years. Going to those organizations and going to those universities and being part of those, that tradition of what comes with the hard work and ethic to get to those places of the high mountains. It takes a lot, and I know this young lady definitely must have that type of mindset and build and makeup because she's going in the top 10 right now. But again, coming from that school, being able to put yourself and set the bar to be recognized to go into the top 10 of a professional sport. So good luck to you, Aaliyah Edwards, on your endeavors, and make your family proud, make God proud. All of you young ladies go make God proud. That's the main part. But when you make Jehovah proud, most likely you make your family proud. So I love y'all, and you just take care of yourself and have a good career, and good luck to all of y'all. Then number 7, we have out of LSU, Miss Angel Reese. Angel Reese, speaks for herself. Has definitely, come on as one of the reigning stars of these last couple years of women's college basketball. Her name, Caitlin Clark, the young lady out of UConn, I can't think of her name, Juju Watkins. All these ladies' names have been ringing bells because, they brought so much attention to women's basketball, and I can honestly say that for myself. Like, my daughters were a big influence for me to start getting into the women's basketball. So I was kind of hearing their names in the underground part by the time they really got big to where they are now. But those young ladies really get buckets and they ball, and she's she's one, and she's gonna be heading to, what team is it? Let me see what team this is. I think I've been saying this team name wrong. Let me go real quick because I don't want to keep saying the wrong team drafted. I don't understand why I don't have the team name, where the team is. So, what I mean? So let me see. Teams. Let's go to teams. Yeah, it is Chicago. They said it had a trade from Chicago. Yeah, so she's a part of the Chicago Sky. I thought so. I covered the sports throughout the year. And, the logo is how I kind of get to know the team. So, like, with the NBA logo, I know most of their logos and what teams they are. So, with the WNBA, I thought, I've covered it a decent amount of time, at least over the last 2 years to, kind of see it enough. But I just want to confirm that it is correct. So, yeah, Angel Reese going to link up with Camila Cardoso, along with the players they already got there now. But Chicago, they building it. They building up there because, them 2 young ladies right there alone, they get buckets. They improve your team automatically. I don't even know who on the team, but I'm telling you right now, 9 times out of 10, those 2 young ladies right there are already better than a couple, players on the team. Just honestly speaking, especially Camilla, because that young lady's a beast. Like, Angel Reese a beast too. Don't get me wrong, but the Camila Cardoso girl, oh my goodness, like just straight domination, like just dominant. So those 2 girls pairing up already, along with whoever else the Chicago Sky got, gonna be beast. So moving on to the number 8 pick. Number 8 pick fell to the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx. That pick was to, hold on, let me see, make sure I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, the Minnesota Lynx drafted Alyssa Pili. I don't know how to pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but power forward, small forward out of Utah. This young lady has been dominant too. I've been seeing her and hear her name on the radar. Another young physical lady, have good presence in the box. Just really, just really play tough, hard-nosed basketball, but in the right parameters, and just really is a good finisher around the basket. Shoots free throws well, that type of thing. So great pickup for the Minnesota Lynx. Moving back to the number, round one still. The number 9 pick is from France, another European player to join the ranks of the NBA and WNBA. Shout out to Carla Lieti. She's French. She's a 19-year-old combo guard, has a quick first step, and excels in ball screen sets. She seems like a young player who has a high ceiling, who has already good IQ of the game. It seems like the French leagues are pretty, almost on the level of the NBA in a way, because look how, Victor Wembanyama came over here and transitioned. Without a blip, guy came over here and was dominating just from the beginning to the end. And really excited to see his progression. I don't think I spoke bad about him when he drafted. I probably spoke about like health concerns, stuff like that, but he had to show me any signs of not being able to be healthy and not be available for his team. Little small things here and there might be like he might get bruised a little easier than normal, stuff like that, but just a dominant force, man. Just truly dominant. Then with the number 10 pick, we had 2 back-to-back French players get taken. At number 10, we had Layla Lakin out of France. Layla Lakin, a good ball handler and passer. Speed, she's 5'11". She turns the well. She plays the pick and rolls well. She plays the pick and rolls well with assists and getting people involved. But they say they want to work on her shooting ability. But you still, like I keep telling y'all, like to be a top 10 player and not, be from France, wherever you're from, that speaks value for your game itself. You're coachable. 1, that's what they're looking for, that you're coachable. But then 2, you have the potential, the ceiling, all the attributes of what they're looking for to make a great player in the NBA, WNBA. Then with the 11th pick, we have Marquisha Davis out of Ole Miss. Marquisha Davis, she's a small forward out of Ole Miss, another SEC player selected in the first round of the 2024 WNBA Draft. So Marquisha Davis, she came along, had a great year. Her final season at Ole Miss, she set career highs in points, assists, and steals. So she's physical. She's a good defender, and she plays hard downhill basketball. So pretty good pickup for the New York Liberty. Then the Atlanta Dream have the 12th and final pick of the first round. So waiting for that pick to come in, and then I have that pick. So now I'm up to the last point of the WNBA Draft. So we're currently on the clock. The pick should be coming in any second now. Looking forward to that, to see who we're going to acquire and add to our good young core. We drafted a young lady last year out of Stanford. I don't recall her name right now, but she had a pretty good rookie campaign, and just excited to see who we added to our team, who we had to the team. Hope everybody having a great day, and looking forward to what the WNBA has in store. Like I said, I'm looking forward to these matchups, these partner ups with Camilla and Angel right now. Whoever else, whatever other young ladies, get to be partnered up with some great players coming out these class, and even these next couple classes coming up. So I'm looking forward to it. The pick is in. Who we getting? Let's go. We finished pretty bad last year, if you ask me personally. We finished under 500 at 19-21. We end up being third in the Eastern Conference, but didn't do anything from that point. But I think we're gonna be heading in a different direction this year, in a more positive, winning culture direction. So hopefully the culture and the work ethic and all this type of stuff and the talent speaks for itself. But I think we have a lot of good, talented young ladies on our team, on our roster. But I think we just got to put everything together and, really just focus on how we're able to capitalize and make the best team possible. From the coach to the players to the staff to everybody. Y'all got to be locked in, be on one page. I was just talking to the coaches at the high school I coach at, telling them about how me being on the same page is important. All of us, being on the same page is important. But communication and communicating with them is important to me. So I'm looking forward to it. Come on, pick. The Atlanta Dream pick is in. Mama probably put it up there.
No.
Well, she probably climbed. So we picked Naya Diue Porch out of Australia, power forward. I'm just doing my podcast right now, ladies. But we just drafted her. She's out of Australia. She's 6'1". We got a trade from Las Vegas. We got the trade from Las Vegas via Los Angeles. So we got the 12th round pick. She has good transition skills, so she's good on the go. Moving around as a big woman. They call them in the NBA a big man, which is like the power forward center. So as the larger woman on the court, she's able to fly around and be physical. So that's good. So yeah, I'm excited for this pick and excited for that. And then as we get into the second round, I have more coverage and more details. So y'all stay tuned and go Dream. Congratulations again to all the young ladies who were drafted in the first round. And moving on to the second round, and the Chicago Sky are currently on the clock. Well, it hasn't started yet, but they're on the clock, so stay tuned. Hey, once again, congratulations to the WNBA draftees, the young ladies who got drafted and selected among, the small percentage of professional athletes, definitely for women. So congratulations to those young ladies who were drafted in the 2024 WNBA Draft. Moving on to the second round, started off, I think fairly good. It was good. A lot of good young ladies got picked and drafted. Chicago Sky was very busy. They got versatile players. Their first pick of the second round, they selected a young lady named Brianna Maxwell out of Gonzaga. Again, another school that has high credibility with talent. So number 2 was out of Seattle. It was the Seattle Storm. They drafted Nika Mual out of Connecticut, She's a guard. The number 3 pick of the second round was the Indiana Fever. They selected Celeste Taylor, a guard out of Ohio State. The Las Vegas Aces selected Diasha Fair out of Syracuse. She a bucket getter, so that was cool. Esmeralda Martinez was drafted by the New York Liberty at number 5. So she was the 17th pick. Kate Martin was selected number 18 out of Iowa. She was a guard. I think I seen this story about how she came to support Caitlin and ended up getting drafted. So that was pretty cool. So, but still having an opportunity. I'm pretty sure she probably enter her name into the draft because you have to have your name in a draft or whatever. So, Tiana Jackson, center out of Kansas. She got drafted by the Kinetic Sun. Not the Kinetic Sun. Wait, is it the Kinetic Sun? Oh, let me see. Yeah, it is the Kinetic Sun. Okay, I had it right. Yeah. My Atlanta Dreams. Shout out to the Atlanta Dream. We selected out of Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Back-to-back Australian players. So, yeah, I mean, we got Pooch at 12, and now at 20, we drafted, hold on, not at 20. Hold on, let me find it again. Hold on, make sure I'm in the correct round. At round 2. Yeah, at 20, we selected Isabel Borlase out of Australia also. She's a guard. Then the DC Mystics at 21 selected Kaylin Trong, guard out of Gonzaga. At number 22, Helena Puello was drafted by the Kinetic Sun, a guard out of Arizona. The New York Liberty drafted Jessica Carter, center out of Mississippi State. And the 24th pick was Elizabeth Kitley, center out of Virginia Tech. So back-to-back centers at 23 and 24 for Jessica Carter at 23, and then Elizabeth Kitley at 24. Moving on to the third round, we had the Phoenix Mercury kick off the third round with the pick out of UCLA. Charisma Osborne, guard out of UCLA. Mackenzie Holmes, forward out of Indiana for the Seattle Storm at number, 26? Yeah, number 26. Then Leilani Correa, guard out of Florida, was selected by the Indiana Fever. Mackenzie Forbes was selected the 4th overall out of the 4th pick in the third round by the LA Sparks. Mackenzie Forbes, guard out of USC. So she don't got to travel far. I don't know if she's from the West Coast, but you went to school there for the last couple of years. So then Jazz Shelley was drafted by the Phoenix Mercury out of Nebraska, a guard. The DC Mystics drafted Nasja Claessens out of Belgium. She's a forward. Kiki Jefferson was drafted out of Louisville. She's a guard. The Atlanta Dream drafted, Kiki Jefferson was drafted by the Minnesota Lynx. The Atlanta Dream drafted Matilda Vila. We got all European players. I hope they pan out. I've been seeing the European players our ways. We kind of missed out on Luka. But Treyon's a good player, but, we traded Luka away. Look how he panned out to be. But everything play out the way it play out. So I just wish everybody who come to my organization for sure, the best of luck. And, much love and all that good stuff. But, when it comes to just the sport in general, it's the same thing for me. Much love and appreciation for what y'all do. And, what type of exposure and what type of talent you must have to be drafted all the way in a whole other country, to come play professional. So, at the Dallas Wings drafted Ashley Usu out of Penn State, or Wusu out of Penn State. She's a guard. The Kinetic Sun drafted Abby Sue, a guard out of Columbia. Okay. Caitlin Davis was drafted by the New York Liberty at pick number 35. Yeah. And then at the 36th pick, we had number Angel Jackson, a center out of Jackson State. Congratulations. So congratulations, ladies, to those 32 names selected in this year's 2024 WNBA Draft. That's dope. Shout out to the HBCUs. Shout out to all the universities out there who had young ladies eligible to, put their name in the draft. But shout out to the ones who were selected and, really, made a name for themselves on the court and off the court to be examples for the young ladies on and off the court as well. So congratulations to y'all again. Congratulations to all the coaching staffs and stuff who played a part in these young women's lives. May you all continue to be blessed, and the same thing for the coaches and people going forward. So congratulations again, ladies. Good luck. I look forward to seeing y'all play. Yo. Welcome in to the Grateful Gas Sports Huddle. I'm truly excited to speak about today's sports on the platform, on the episode, whatever we're going to call it going forward. I don't know, but it's the Sports Huddle here on the Grateful Gap podcast. Every Thursday and Saturday, you can come to catch sports, from different sports to golf and soccer and baseball and basketball and football. And as we go towards the Olympics, we're going to have swimming and cycling and draft, news, anything sports almost, to what I kind of know and expect from. I kind of come here and I speak about it. So today you'll have a WNBA draft, not a pre-episode, but post and during episode of the draft from the WNBA of 2024. Again, congratulations to all those young ladies and their futures in the professional realm of sports. Yeah, so past that, I will be covering NCAA baseball top 25. We have some new faces in the top 25. Definitely representing down south for my Georgia Bulldogs, so I'm looking forward to speak about that. Moving on after that, I have Major League Baseball updates from scores, that type of thing, news also regarding to the Braves. We have a few early injuries, some season ending that I kind of missed last week, but we have some new updated injuries also that I'll be having my eye on as they develop and those timelines approach and things of that nature. Then moving on to the National Hockey League, and also a reminder of the National Hockey League playoffs is this weekend, so I'll be covering that also with the dates and times going forward to be spoken about on the Saturday Sports Huddle. Also be on the lookout for a special guest coming up on the 420 episode on April 20th on the Sports Huddle. I'm looking to have a special guest, so be on the lookout for that. Preferably that everything with that goes through and we're good to go on my end and his end for a special guest appearance on the Grateful Gas Sports Huddle. Then after that, I have the United Football League, NFL news, NBA play-in playoffs update, 2024 Olympic teams announced, and the Masters 2024 winner. So, kicking it off. So, with Major League Baseball, I'm going to kick it off with the injuries from the Atlanta Braves. So, we had our pitcher, Spencer Strider. I think that's his name. I want to make sure I got it correct. But he had season-ending surgery on his elbow, so he is not available. Also, Ozzy Albies, he has a fractured big toe, and he's currently on a 10-day injured list. So, like I said, I'll be keeping an eye out for that. As that timeline continues to go forth and things of that nature. So, still a young guy. Still got a lot of these young players on contract through a couple years. I think this might be a big contract year for Ozzy. So definitely the type of player that I want to pay. Definitely one of a kind of talent. Double swing hitter. He can hit left or right. Very competitive in the box. Plays the field well, and he hits. He can hit home runs. He get on base. Like I said, he can go up against left or right-handed pitchers easily. If he got a good left-handed pitcher, he can bat left-handed. If you want a good right-handed pitcher or vice versa, he can bat either or. So I'm definitely excited for him to, get back on the field for us as soon as possible to continue to, help the Braves win. We currently have the best record in the Major League Baseball right now at the moment, but that record don't mean anything to me. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I covered us having the best record last year, and we got kicked out by the Phillies. So I just want these guys to play their best baseball when the times matter the most. For any of my teams, it's really what I want. But unfortunately, some fell short these past couple seasons, even this season's currently. So I'll get into that as we continue to go forward with the Sports Huddle. So on Saturday games, April 13th, we had the Marlins defeat the Braves 5-1. The Yankees defeated the Guardians in their first game 3-2. The Twins defeated the Tigers in their first matchup 11-5. The Royals over the Mets 11-7. The Reds fell to the White Sox. The Reds defeated the White Sox 5-0. The Blue Jays defeated the Rockies 5-3. The Brewers over the Orioles 11-5. The Phillies defeated the Pirates 4-3. The Astros over the Rangers 9-2. The Nationals defeated the Athletics 3-1. The Angels fell to the Red Sox 7-2. The Giants defeated the Rays 11-2. The Twins defeated the Tigers in back-to-back games 4-1. The Yankees defeated the Guardians also in back-to-back games. Their second game they won 8-2, and the Diamondbacks defeated the Cardinals 4-2. Sunday games, April 14th, we had the Braves defeat the Marlins 9-7. The Red Sox over the Angels 5-4. The Orioles defeated the Brewers 6-4. The Pirates over the Phillies 9-2. The Blue Jays defeated the Rockies 5-0. The Royals defeated the Mets 2-1. The Tigers over the Twins 4-3. The Guardians over the Yankees 8-7. The Rays over the Giants 9-4. The Reds defeated the White Sox 11-4. The Astros over the Rangers 8-5. The Athletics over the Nationals 7-6. The Cubs over the Mariners 3-2. The Diamondbacks over the Cardinals 5-0. And the Padres over the Dodgers 6-3. Monday games, April 15th, we had the Braves defeat the Astros 6-1. The Guardians over the Red Sox 6-0. The Orioles defeated the Twins 7-4. The Phillies defeated the Rockets 2-1. The Giants defeated the Marlins 4-3. The Rangers over the Tigers 1-0. The Angels defeated the Rays 7-3. The Blue Jays defeated the Yankees 3-1. The Mets defeated the Pirates 6-3. The White Sox fell to the Royals 2-0. The Padres over the Brewers 7-3. The Cubs defeated the Diamondbacks 3-2. The Athletics fell to the Cardinals 3-1. The Mariners defeated the Mariners defeated the Reds 9-3. And the Nationals defeated the Dodgers 6-4. Tuesday games, we had the Braves defeat the Astros 6-2. The Tigers over the Rangers 4-2. The Orioles over the Twins 11-3. The Phillies over the Rockies 5-0. The Marlins over the Giants 6-3. The Rays over the Angels 7-6. The Blue Jays defeated the Yankees 5-4. The Guardians over the Red Sox 10-7. The Mets over the Pirates 3-1. The Padres defeated the Brewers 6-3. The Diamondbacks and the Cubs in a high-scoring game. The Diamondbacks defeated the Cubs 12-11. The Mariners over the Reds 3-1. The Cardinals over the Athletics 3-2. And the Dodgers defeated the Nationals 6-2. A recap of last night games from April 17th. We had the Braves sweep the Astros 5-4. We had the Giants defeat the Marlins 3-1. We had the Orioles defeat the Twins 4-2. We had the Mets defeat the Pirates 9-1. We had the Brewers defeat the Padres 1-0. We had the Rangers defeat the Tigers 5-4. We had the Royals over the White Sox 4-2. We had the Yankees over the Blue Jays 6-4. We had the Nationals defeat the Dodgers 2-0. We had the Athletics defeat the Cardinals 6-3. The Cubs over the Diamondbacks 5-3. The Mariners defeated the Reds 5-1. The White Sox defeated the Royals 2-1. The Phillies over the Rockies 7-6. And the Angels defeated the Rays 5-4. For today's games, we have the Rays playing the Angels today at 1 o'clock. The Tigers hosting the Rangers. The Red Sox hosting the Guardians. The Cubs hosting the Marlins on ESPN Plus at 7:40 p.m. And the Giants are hosting the Diamondbacks at 9:45 p.m. on FS1. So make sure y'all tune in to the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information. On Friday, the Braves host the Rangers. The Cubs host the Marlins. The Angels going up against the Reds. The Pirates host the Red Sox. The White Sox go up against the Phillies. The Nationals host the Astros. The Rays going up against the Yankees. The Guardians hosting the Athletics. The Royals versus the Orioles. The Tigers going up against the Twins. The Cardinals hosting the Brewers. The Mariners going up against the Rockies. The Padres hosting the Blue Jays. The Mets going up against the Dodgers. And the Giants hosting the Diamondbacks. So make sure y'all tune in to the Saturday Sports Huddle for updated information. Moving on to NCAA Baseball Top 25. NCAA Baseball Top 25 from Saturday, the 13th of April. Number 7, Duke defeated Pitt 14-4. Louisville upset at number 11, Virginia 14-10. Number 10, Florida State defeated Miami 6-4. Number 13, North Carolina over Notre Dame 7-2. Boston College upset at number 14, Wake Forest 5-4. Georgia Southern upset number 20, Coastal Carolina 10-3. Kentucky at number 8 defeated Auburn 13-8. Air Force with the upset over number 15, Dallas Baptist 7-5. Number 19, Louisiana over Marshall, 1-0. Nebraska at number 23 dominated Rutgers, 16-1. Number 7, Duke defeated Pitt, 4-3. Number 9, East Carolina over Charlotte, 5-1. Number 12, UC Irvine, 16-3 over UC San Diego. Georgia Tech coming out of Atlanta with the domination over number 16 Virginia Tech, 19-0. West Virginia over number 17 UCF, 7-5. South Carolina defeated Florida at number 24, 9-8. Number 18 Oregon defeated USC, 5-3. Number 4 Tennessee defeated LSU, 3-1. Number 25 Alabama with the upset over number 1 Arkansas, 4-3. Number 21 Oklahoma State, 12-5. NC State upset number 2 Clemson, 4-0. Number 5 Oregon State defeated Stanford, 3-1. Number 3 Texas A&M defeated number 6 Vanderbilt, 9-0. Ole Miss with the upset over number 22 Mississippi State, 10-9. For Sunday games, West Virginia with the upset over number 17 UCF, 11-10. Rutgers with the comeback win over number 23 Nebraska, 6-4. Number 24 Florida with a bounce back win over South Carolina, 11-9. Number 14 Wake Forest also won their next game against Boston College, 9-3. Number 2 Clemson with a setback also against NC State. Well, not a setback, a comeback, 7-0 over NC State. Pitt also had an upset over number 7 Duke. So, Sunday was a day of turnarounds for the most part. Not all the teams were like that. But Pitt ended up beating number 7 Duke, 11-10. Charlotte ended up beating number 9 East Carolina, 8-7. Number 11 Virginia ended up defeating Louisville, 16-7. Number 13 North Carolina defeated Notre Dame, 10-3. Georgia Tech still defeated number 16 Virginia Tech, 11-7. Number 20 Coastal Carolina with the win over Georgia Southern, 16-4. Number 21 Oklahoma State defeated Cincinnati, 10-6. Number 25 Alabama with the back-to-back wins over number 1 Arkansas, 5-0. Number 3 Texas A&M defeated number 6 Vanderbilt, 12-6. Air Force with the upset win back-to-back over number 15 Dallas Baptist, 10-6. Number 19 Louisiana defeated Marshall, 2-0. Ole Miss with the upset back-to-back over number 22 Mississippi State, 14-2. Number 4 Tennessee over LSU, 8-4. Stanford with the upset over number 5 Oregon State, 11-10. USC with the upset over number 18 Oregon, 4-2. Number unranked UC San Diego defeated number 12 UC Irvine, 10-9. From Tuesday games, we had number 16 Oregon defeat Gonzaga, 14-9. Number 1 Texas A&M with their new ranking for the number 1 team in the country. They defeated Air Force, 15-5. Number 6 Clemson over Charlotte, 8-5. Number 4 Tennessee defeated Bellarmine, 20-5. Number 7 Duke over Gardner Webb, 2-1. Mercer with the upset over number 8 Florida State, 13-6. Old Dominion with the upset over number 10 Virginia, 7-4. Number 19 Coastal Carolina with the upset over number 11 North Carolina, 5-4. UNC Wilmington defeated number 12 Wake Forest, 8-5. Number 22 West Virginia defeated Pitt, 6-3. Number 3 Kentucky defeated Louisville, 17-13. Number 13 Vanderbilt defeated Lipscomb, 15-4. Number 14 Louisiana defeated Southeastern Louisiana, 15-8. Number 25 Dallas Baptist with the upset over number 15 Oklahoma State, 8-7. UAB with the upset over number 18 Alabama, 5-2. Number 20 South Carolina defeated the Citadel, 4-3. Number 23 Virginia Tech defeated Radford, 7-1. Number 2 Arkansas defeated Texas Tech, 9-8. Number 5 Oregon State defeated Nevada, 12-5. For Wednesday games, we had number 17 UC Irvine get upset by unranked USC, 12-4. Nevada with the upset over number 5 Oregon State, 11-10. Number 14 Louisiana defeated Southeastern Louisiana, 8-1. Number 10 Virginia defeated George Mason, 11-5. And number 2 Arkansas defeated number 2 Arkansas defeated Texas Tech 5-4. For tonight's games, kicking off at 7 p.m., we have number 18 Alabama hosting number 1 Texas A&M at 7 p.m. on the SEC Network. Also on the ACC Network at 7 p.m., we have number 11 North Carolina going up against NC State. Number 13 Vanderbilt hosting Florida at 7:30 p.m. on ESPNU. And BYU versus Oklahoma at 8 p.m. on the Big 12 Network. Friday games, April 19th. We have number 16 Oregon going up against Stanford. Number 21 Arizona hosting Washington State. Number 5 Oregon State going up against California. Number 25 Dallas Baptist hosting Louisiana Tech. Number 22 West Virginia going up against Texas Tech. Number 15 Oklahoma State going up against Kansas State. Number 13 Vanderbilt hosting Florida at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 23 Virginia Tech hosting number 7 Duke. Number 20 South Carolina hosting number 2 Arkansas. Number 18 Alabama hosting number 1 Texas A&M. Number 3 Kentucky hosting number 4 Tennessee. Number 24 Georgia, go Dogs, hosting Ole Miss. Number 19 Coastal Carolina hosting number 14 Louisiana. Number 11 North Carolina going up against NC State. Number 10 Virginia hosting Georgia Tech. Number 9 East Carolina hosting Wichita State. Number 12, Wake Forest hosting number 8, Florida State. And number 6, Clemson hosting Pitt. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from the Major League Baseball. Moving on to the National Hockey League. National Hockey League, again, playoff starts on April 20th. Also, be on the lookout for a special guest for that weekend episode, April 20th. Looking to have a special guest on the Sports Huddle. Talk everything sports from NCAA basketball, NCAA baseball, WNBA, NBA, NFL, MLB, National Hockey League, Olympic team, all that type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's gonna be cool. So thank him in advance for his time. I've already told him, but I'm looking forward to here putting it on record for him to know and be a part of, and I appreciate that. So from Saturday games, April 13th, we had the Wild defeat the Sharks 6-2, the Kings over the Ducks 3-1. The Oilers fell to the Canucks 3-1. The Predators over the Blue Jackets 6-4. The Bruins defeated the Penguins 6-4. The Senators over the Canadiens 5-4. The Red Wings defeated the Maple Leafs 5-4. The Capitals over the Lightning 4-2. The Flyers defeated the Devil 1-0. The Panthers over the Sabres 3-2. The Jets defeated the Avalanche 7-0. The Stars defeated the Kraken 3-1. And the Rangers defeated the Islanders 3-2. Sunday games, the Flames over the Coyotes 6-5. The Blackhawks fell to the Hurricanes 4-2. The Golden Knights defeated the Avalanche 4-3. And the Kraken fell to the Blues 4-1. Monday games, April 15th. Red Wings defeated the Canadiens 5-4. The Sabres defeated the Lightning 4-2. The Islanders defeated the Devils 4-1. The Penguins over the Predators 4-2. The Capitals over the Bruins 2-0. The Rangers over the Senators 4-0. The Oilers over the Sharks 9-2. And the Wild defeated the Kings 3-1. Tuesday games, April 16th, we had the Senators over the Bruins 3-1. The Red Wings over the Canadiens 5-4. The Capitals over the Flyers 2-1. The Blue Jackets over the Hurricanes 6-3. The Panthers over the Maple Leafs 5-2. The Jets defeated the Kraken 4-3. The Golden Knights over the Blackhawks 3-1. And the Canucks defeated the Flames 4-1. Recap of last night games from April 17th. We had the Lightning defeat the Maple Leafs 6-4. The Islanders over the Penguins 5-4. The Stars defeated the Blues 2-1. And the Coyotes defeated the Oilers 5-2. For tonight's games, kicking off at 7 p.m. on ESPN as the playoff race gets closer and closer. I think a lot of division titles are on the line tonight and tomorrow. Well, tonight's the last game of the season, like the last season day for Major League Baseball. Not Major League Baseball, for National Hockey League. So for professional hockey, today is the last regular season game day scheduled. So April 20th kicks off the official National Hockey League Playoffs, so I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be a big sports huddle show on Saturday, so make sure y'all tune in. So for tonight's season finale games, kicking off at 7 p.m. on ESPN, we have the Wild hosting the Kraken. At 8 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network, we have the Jets hosting the Canucks. The Sharks going up against the Flames. At 9:30 p.m. tonight on ESPN, we have the Avalanche hosting the Oilers. The Ducks going up against the Golden Knights, and the Kings hosting the Blackhawks. So, again, make sure y'all tune into Saturday Sports Huddle for the season finale recap and the playoff picture moving forward for the first round of the National Hockey League playoffs. Moving on to UFL, United Football League recap from this past weekend, from last Saturday. UFL from Saturday week 3. We had April 13th, we had the Defenders defeat the Renegades in a close one, 29-28. That game came down definitely to the wire. What a nail biter just from the score alone. You know, what kind of competition, you know, you seeing from, it's not a semi-pro league because it's a professional league, but it's just a professional league on a different scale. It's like if WWE and AEW both are professional wrestling, but they're different companies. So UFL, United Football League, is a totally professional, different football company from the National Football League. So still great competition, pros on both sides of the ball, all levels of the ball, professional coaches, all these type of things. So just gentlemen and members and organizations know how to lead themselves like professionals. So, and then later that day on Saturday, April 13th, also we had the Stallions defeat the Showboats 33-14. For Sunday games, April 14th, we had the Panthers defeat the Roughnecks 34-20, and we had the Battlehawks defeat the Brahams 31-24. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get Week 4 slate, get some analysis on it, who I think will probably win, and go from there. So right now, the Stallions are looking pretty good. Battlehawks looking pretty good. Panthers are looking pretty dominant. I think they'll be a sneaky team coming forward, have a pretty good defense. So we shall see going forward. I'm excited. Moving on to NFL news. Only NFL news I have right now really is surrounding my teams, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm just truly excited to announce that the Eagles have finally extended Devontae Smith. He has earned a 3-year contract extension, I believe, worth to up $51 million guaranteed. I believe it was like a $75 million contract over 3 years, $51 million guaranteed. Again, just a generational talent that I hope to see in Midnight Green and Kelly Green and all these other greens that we have for Eagles and the black on blacks and all the uniforms that we have. I just want to be able to see him, that young man, in the Eagle uniform for as long as possible. So, definitely going to go down in the Eagles Hall of Fame, going to be a Hall of Fame football player. So I would love for him to just join the other category of Hall of Fame Eagle players and players that are going in the Hall of Fame from the Eagles. So Jason Kelsey's, the Fletcher Cox's, Lane Johnson's, these guys, Devontae Smith is going to be up there along with those guys already who are already there, Brian Dawkins, guys like that, so forth and so on. So just legend guys. So even Deshaun Jackson, the guys that will come and be down later in the line, LaShawn McCoys, all these type of guys who are going to go in the Hall of Fame who represented that midnight green and know what it means. And I look forward to, being able to see Devontae Smith do that for a long time at a high level. So congratulations to him and his family. Shout out to y'all, such a beautiful family. Again, looking forward to you seeing, flying around, being dominant on the field, being physical, being healthy, and, just taking care of yourself so you can go take care of your family, man. Keep God first. Love y'all, boys. Congratulations. Moving on to the NBA play-in playoffs. Unfortunately, like I said earlier in the show, some of my teams fell short this year for their playoff hopes. And Atlanta Hawks was one of them. We got defeated last night in the play-in tournament. We were the 10th seed, so we got defeated by the Bulls, and they advanced to play against the 76ers, who defeated the Heat earlier that night, actually. And they came back on a crazy win. Jimmy Butler got hurt, so it was just real crazy. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the 76ers grabbed the number 7 spot, and the Bulls and the Heat are going to be playing for the number 8 spot. So, right now, that's it for the picture going forward. Yeah, so for the recap of, again, Wednesday games, the Bulls defeated the Hawks. Well, let's go back to Tuesday. I'm sorry. So Tuesday kicked off the playoffs. So Tuesday, April 16th, we had the Lakers defeat the Pelicans in the battle for the number 7 seed. The Lakers defeated the Pelicans, so the Lakers clinched up. They sold up the 7 seed, so they'll be facing the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. The Pelicans lost, so the Pelicans have to play the Kings, who defeated the Warriors. The Warriors were the 10th seed, and the Kings were the 9th seed, and the Warriors lost to the Kings, so they got kicked out the playoffs along with the Hawks. So the next two teams who lose out of the Heat and the Bulls, well, one of them teams will go home and one will be the 8th seed, and then the team out of the Kings and the Pelicans, whoever win that game, one will be the 8th seed for the West, and one will lose to, the other one who will lose will go be out of the playoffs. So here it is for Friday game, 7 p.m. on ESPN, kicking off for the 8th seed play-in tournament game. The Heat will host the Bulls at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Again, Jimmy Butler is expected to be injured, so I don't think he'll suit up. We shall see of how severe the injury is, but it sounded like it was pretty bad. It is the end of the season, thank God, type of thing. But they were trying to look. This is Eric Spoelstra and his team, that type of franchise. The Heat, have a winning culture. They look to anytime they get a playoff opportunity, they look to capitalize and can go from an 8 seed all the way to the championship. I've seen them do it the last couple of years. So, definitely special talent. As a coach and the organization down in the Heat culture. And then at 10:30, and then on TNT at 9:30 p.m., the Pelicans are hosting the Kings for their 8th seed matchup in the West. So, again, good luck to everybody, and make sure y'all tune in to the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from that. Moving on to exciting news announcement for the 2024 USA Olympic basketball team. I'm looking forward to this. The full roster has been announced, and the Olympic 2024. So excited. Basketball, is shout out. I gotta shout out Anthony Edwards first, man. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, man, from the A. Just putting the city on his back. Representing the Timberwolves well in the West. He's looking to go push and have a great playoff push and be dominant. Just really looking forward to seeing him thrive as he continues to go forward in his career, and put on for the city, put on for Atlanta, and now put on for Minnesota. Go out there and be dominant and play physical, smart basketball and be a force of nature to work with. And you already gave him a taste of your capabilities when you went down there this past fall or whatever this was. I was covering the FIBA thing, the basketball, the International Basketball Tournament joint. So I forgot the name. I can't think of it right now. I can't recall it, but you know what I'm talking about, man. I know you got that dominating, so I just know you're gonna go on this Olympic scale and show out in Paris, man. I had a chance to go to Paris too, and I know, Atlanta. Atlanta. I can tell you one thing. I had a good time. I thrived in Paris, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a great time too. Seeing the Eiffel Tower, thinking about how gold and pretty and shiny it look, and the same thing gonna be going around your neck. You know what I mean? So I'm truly proud of you, man, and looking forward to continue rooting you on in your success, and going from there. So, all right. So the 2024 roster for the U.S. men's Olympic basketball team is as follows. We have LeBron James, followed by Stephen Curry, followed by Kevin Durant, followed by Joel Embiid, followed by Anthony Davis. I probably would have picked a different big man out of the league. I probably would have picked Zion, honestly, over Anthony Davis, me personally, but whatever. Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo, or even Jaylen Brown, but whatever. Tyrese Haliburton, Drew Holiday, and Kawhi Leonard. I'm glad Kawhi Leonard was able to come, be a part of this. He's battled a lot of injuries, but he's definitely a player who deserves to be, on a U.S. Olympic team and go out there and battle for gold. I think, I ain't saying Anthony Davis don't deserve it either, but I just think there's a lot of other players that would have been probably better than him for sure, who are more consistent and have more upside. I'm not saying he don't have an upside, because when he was by himself and he was dominating, but ever since he been with LeBron, he not consistent, and that's not how LeBron is. LeBron is a consistent player, and I just don't understand why AD don't get on the same page, because they'll be way more dominant than they would be if he was more consistent at what he do, so. But that's here nor there, whatever. I can't change anything. And then to wrap up the sports huddle, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce the 2024 Masters winner. This gentleman has won the Masters before. So let me pull it up real quick. Hold on, let me find the information. I'm pretty sure I got to get the daily verse out here too. I ain't did the daily verse. I got to get that out here for sure. My bad, y'all, for the ones who been looking for the daily verse from the beginning. Just kind of got excited into the show, but it will be here. And appreciate y'all. So Scotty Scheffler is the winner of the 2024 Masters Classic, or whatever it is, Masters Tournament. So American Scotty Scheffler, congratulations, young man, on your success against his second time winning the Masters. So what a feat. It's kind of like winning the Super Bowl or winning the Major League Baseball World Series or winning the Stanley Cup or winning whatever type of title it is. You just got to be great, not just to win it one time, not to just say I got lucky, but, say my work ethic and my skill and talent got me to this point. So what a great feat, man. Congratulations on that, Scotty. And before I get y'all out of the Grateful Gab family, I'm going to have the daily verse. And I do apologize once again for having a daily verse so behind and late. Daily verse for the date of April 18th, 2024, derives from the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 28, and it states as follows. Perez, your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and the Persians. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 28. And just to give a backstory about that, Jehovah just demonstrates his supremacy over mankind. And when mankind falls short and think they are more powerful than Jehovah and more powerful than the Almighty, who he is, he has to, put them in their place. So that's basically what that book right there, Daniel's speaking about. He's speaking about they had a king and his name was Belshazzar. And, he was a king who went against God, who thought he was more, he was arrogant. He thought he was more powerful than Jehovah. He thought he had more say-so and he could do anything, but he's not the Almighty. So Jehovah put him in his place. So if you were kind of confused about that daily verse, that's where that context come from. So you can read the book of Daniel, chapter 5, and you can get more context in there if you want to. But again, on that note, Grateful Gab family, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a great today. And until next time, peace.